Hi, we're Richard and Jackie from Early Retirement Wanderlust.
We've just had the most amazing week skiing in the French Alps with our family, and sadly we've just put them all on the bus to go home.
We were really conscious this week that we didn't want to invade our family time, so we haven't done any speaking to camera.
So we thought this would be the ideal time to just catch you up on what it was like in a day in the life of Early Retirement Wanderlust with our family skiing in the French Alps. As you can see from the video, Richard kept up his morning routines. He was up early, he was doing all the things he normally does.
With the added benefits of being able to wander across the village and going to the boulangerie and getting the breakfast stuff and just trying to tempt people to get out of bed for beautiful conditions.
And the only way to get the kids out of bed is a promise of croissants, pain au chocolat and beautiful skiing conditions going out with the first morning corduroys.
So have a look, see what the skiing was like.
best things about skiing when you've had a really long morning on the slopes is the plentiful coffee stops that we find. There's so many little mountain cafes along the way.
We're definitely not your average hardcore skiers. We love our skiing, but we also love our little stop off. So we tend to have a morning stop off, and then lunch is a combination of things. We have tried to keep to a budget. So one of my morning routines has been making the sandwiches and the picnic lunches, and we've found some amazing spots to have lunch on the slopes.
Yeah, there's nothing better than sitting and having a sandwich and maybe a beer.
We have treated ourselves as well, and to be fair, the kids like to treat themselves, so we have been under pressure to go out for lunches, and we found some amazing little stop-offs for probably some of the best mountain pizzas that we've had. But that's been a bit of a rarity because the sun's been out and we do like our picnics.
Something else that the kids really enjoy is apres-skiing. I have to say, I think we've got ourselves into it a little bit. One of our favourite places is the Folie Douche, which is almost like a little après disco on the mountains.
So have a look. We've got a little bit of footage of it. As you can see, the folly is pretty mental. I think one of the best phrases for it was that, wow, that escalated quickly. We had some pretty epic afternoons there. I was put under pressure by Molly to get on the tables, and that was videoed and then put out across all social media, me outside my comfort zone in the extreme.
And it was definitely very interesting skiing back down to the chairlift after an afternoon at the Folly. There was one infamous day where the kids just couldn't quite manage to do that, so they got down to Arc 1800 and they had to find a bus back to 1950.
But with a little bit of early retirement experience, we found that we didn't ever have to resort to that because it's knowing when to stop. They were good afternoons. They were fun.
The evenings have been lovely, actually. We have chosen to cook most of the nights because it's just nice being in the chalet. It had an open fire in it, just sitting around chatting while we cook. As a family, we quite like that anyway.
Yeah, and the kids, to be fair, were really keen to share the load. So before we came out, we had a menu plan of what we were going to do and who was going to cook it. So in reality, we've been out here a week in the apartment and we've only had to cook a couple of nights, and the kids have taken on the load, and we've had some lovely meals in.
We did, and we also had an amazing meal out. It's Molly's birthday on Wednesday, and we booked into a local, what we thought was probably a pizza restaurant, but they did some really nice traditional French foods, and we had the most amazing meal I think I've had in France.
It was lovely. It was all things cheese. So we had melting raclette, we had fondue, and to top it all off, we had tartiflette as well. So it was a bit of a belly buster evening, but it was just so lovely to have the family together.
And that's it, the end of our holiday with the kids. We just have had the most amazing time.
We purposely set out at the start of the week to make sure that we had really good quality family time, and one of the reasons we haven't been on camera is that we wanted to devote all of that time to the kids, and we've loved it, and moments like this are just really special.
Yeah, we've had a great time out on the mountains. It's been so nice just being in the fresh air, just getting out and about.
And being active, and part of being active means sometimes getting up early, which is not what everyone wants to do on holiday, but then at the end of the day, going to bed early because you're just tired, but it's such a beautiful place to be.
So from now on, we are heading back down into the valley in our little camper van, and we've got a few weeks camping which we've already spoken about in other videos.
It's going to be a bit of a contrast, and we're not
Yeah.
quite sure how we're going to cope going from this huge apartment down into our little van. Our next video, we are going to take you round the apartment, round the village, and round the ski domain to give you everything you could possibly need to know about our time in ARC 1950. But that's about it from us.
It is.
See you later.
Bye.